Hello and welcome to today's IELTS video lesson with the IELTS coach. In today's lesson, I'm going to give you some tips for the listening exam, and these tips will be specifically about listening for and using synonyms in the listening exam. So you should already know that synonyms are words that have similar or the same meaning. So in the question in IELTS listening, it may have one word, but when they give you the answer in the recording, they may use a synonym to refer to that word. So this is important. A lot of students might underline keywords in the question, which is good. Then they make the mistake of only listening for that keyword. That is not so good because you probably won't hear that word. You will hear a synonym or something that refers to it. So it's very important that you underline keywords, but then also think of, before you listen or while you are listening, think of other ways they can say that word, other ways they can give the same information. Because it's quite rare in the IELTS exam that they will say exactly the same thing that's in the question. They will say the same thing in a different way. This is called paraphrasing. So you've got to be able to listen and understand when they are paraphrasing and using synonyms. So if we have an example, if I put an example of what problem did John have in class? So problem, we know we need to listen for a problem. But in the recording, they won't say, the problem John had was this. They won't say that, that's too easy. So they will say it in a different way. So think of synonyms for problems. What difficulties did John have? What issues did John have? What was hard for John to do in class? So these all refer to the same type of information. Also, they might not actually say a synonym of the word problem. They might just give you the problem. We know problem is something negative, so we need to listen for that. So be careful and don't fall into the trap of just listening for the keyword. You won't hear it, and then you will miss that question, and you might still be listening for it while they give the next answer and the next answer. So be aware, you need to underline keywords, but be prepared for synonyms and paraphrases. Know what type of information you are listening for, not just one specific word. So this is quite important, knowing synonyms and being ready for them in the listening exam. One way to make this easier is when you learn new vocabulary, when you learn new words, also learn how to say that word in a different way. Okay, so problem, how else can I say problem? Issue, difficulty, trouble. Think about that. Don't just learn the word. Try to learn synonyms and paraphrases, saying the same thing in a different way. Very, very important in the listening exam, as well as in other parts of the exam. In the reading, what you read in the question and what you will read in the text will be paraphrases of each other. Speaking, you can say the same thing in different ways. It shows quite a range. The same with your writing. Paraphrase the question. Paraphrase your topic sentence. Things like that. So synonyms and paraphrases are important for all parts of the exam. For the listening exam, underline the keyword, but be prepared to listen for synonyms. So I hope this piece of advice has helped you for the listening exam. If you want more tips and advice for IELTS listening as well as for the other skills, please visit my website, theieltscoach.com. Thank you for watching.